going on, good people of YouTube? I'm here today to review a 2016 Ford Transit Connect I bought about this time last year. Kind of want to do a review over it as a work vehicle, let you know my thoughts on it and how it's been performing. So let's do this. Alright, so this was my previous vehicle. It's a 2012 Ford F-250 diesel. Yeah, getting a little expensive to do all the runarounds. My trade is HVAC, so heat and air. So running this thing around all over the place, and the parking, getting into places, pretty difficult. Excellent truck though. Keeping it, hauls my equipment, my heavy equipment and stuff like that, so it will stay there. So this is a 2016 Ford Transit Connect long wheelbase. I bought it off of Carvana. I paid, oh gosh, kind of in the crazy time, I probably paid a little much for it, but I think after everything said and done, like just a hair over 27 grand. It did come with the ladder rack, though I had to add one more of these ladder fastener devices that clamp up and hold it. We'll go over that in a few minutes. Bought it, had 45,000 miles on it, so miles weren't that high. Used to be a city vehicle for Virginia, I believe. And I've marked out all my information because I don't want some crazy fool off of YouTube trying to contact me or blah blah blah, or any other marketing departments or anything. So yes, 2016 2.5 4-cylinder 6-speed transmission. I believe it's 2019 or 2020 they went to the 8-speed. That would be for someone else to review. The 6-speed works. I think the 8-speed would be better with a 4-cylinder. It wouldn't downshift and upshift as aggressive, I guess, as this one does. It is a bit of a dog, I will say that. I do have an ultralight trailer over there. It's all aluminum, except for the frame. That this tows fine in town, even with the AC on. It does fine. So I pick up all my equipment. It's got the door that drops down like a ramp, so easy to pull my heat and air equipment up in and out of it, and it works really well. So yes, let's stick with the vehicle, then I'll go over how I've got everything set up. So pros about it: it's got the dual doors on each side, it's got the double split doors, and we'll look at that in a minute, but they open and then they open again, which are nice. Inside, basically a Ford Focus. I think that's what these are built on, the platform. The seats are rubbish. They're very firm compared to my truck, which were nice and cushy. I did enjoy my truck seats. Other than that, the displays, the Bluetooth, the Ford Sync thing works really well. I don't have any issues with that. I did get it's a front and rear view camera setup, so I've got one at the back door. I'll show you that later. Just stuff here and there. It's typical. I'm trying to keep that seat open, but it doesn't work. I have someplace to put my batteries and junk like that. Gripes, well, positive, I doubled my fuel mileage. So this gets, mainly in town, I'm getting about 20 with it completely loaded down, by the way. It's got a lot of stuff in it. If I didn't, I'd probably be getting 22, 24, and I'm getting about 25 on the highway if I just did straight highway driving. Which for me is a huge bonus off of 11 to 13 miles a gallon out of that diesel. Nice big headrooms. Got a shelf up here where you can put stuff, which is handy. Little center console thing that opens up. This is, I think I said 6-speed, so I think the 8-speed would have been a little nicer, but I didn't want to pay the price for that. Anything else? Window motors are a little weak, but they work. They do their thing. Yeah, that's pretty much the interior of it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else functionality. One thing that gripes me a little bit, I've changed the oil in this a couple times. Well, twice since I've had it. It's already got a small oil leak. And the other gripe, one of the front struts already blew out and I had to replace my struts in the front, which are not the easiest thing to do. The strut tower top is like right under here, yet this comes out over here. So you got to remove a bunch of cowling pieces and everything just to get to the strut tower. Not terrible, just takes 15-20 minutes to remove it, and you got to remove the wiper blades to get that off. So, and the wiper blade motors. it's all pretty easy. It's just a lot of stuff to remove just to replace some stupid struts. Okay, let's go to the back. Like, sliding door, pretty simple. Open, slide, no big deal. The ladder system is pretty cool. Everything you'll see in here is Adrian steel. This came with the van. I don't know if you can read that or not. It's Adrian steel. It's got a pretty nifty little catch on this. So that swings down and then that goes right in. And then you just lock it up in there. And this just for safety. I put those in there. And that clamps the ladder down. You've got to adjust everything for your particular ladder. Mine came with the tow hitch, which I'm happy because I got that little trailer. Now as for these back doors, so they open up. And then you can press that button, which naturally I got a furnace right in the way. But anyways, you just press the button and the door swings open. And it locks back if you need it to lock back. So I bought this from the city. Well, I bought it from Carvana, who bought it from the city of, I believe it was Virginia. And most of the stuff was here. It already came with the Adrian steel shelving and drawers, which are pretty nice and work out really well. That's the company. And it's taken me a while to figure out how to organize and how I want this going. These I did add because I wanted more lighting. I just plugged them into the side light is over there, which was worthless because it's being blocked by everything. So I just wired into it. Got a couple lights off of Amazon. Put those in. Fan, cords hanging up. I like the, whatever they call it, divider in the back is kind of nice. I got my Freon tanks sitting there, which some people probably say, you're an idiot putting those right behind you, but I'll risk the biscuit. It does, that plate's pretty thick though, so if it blows out, it's whatever. Bucket for the hose, just some stuff. It is a small van. This is the long wheelbase version, which I preferred to have the most room. So if this stuff, if I need to, I can organize it and stack it up and add a couple mini splits in here or a condenser without much of an issue. It's got a little space under there. I've got my nitrogen tank and air blower there. Obviously torches in the very back, so if that were to blow up, out the door. At least that's the idea. My rear view camera is wired all the way back here and just sets on this little magnetic clamp. Well, not clamp, but just a magnetic support here. That 3M tapes to the glass. I cut this out so it fit, and then it just sticks up there. And it works really well, and it's out of sight and can't get hurt by weather or rain or anything like that. It just kind of sits back there. Doesn't do much for helping me line up the hitch. Some of the other versions come with a camera. It's either on this side or that side. I think it's this side. It points down so you can actually see the hitch. That would be nice. I looked into that, but this, you would think they'd just keep the wiring harnesses the same, but they don't. So wiring all that into the front dash and all that would have been a major pain. So I was like, screw it. I don't carry a trailer that often. So, all right, so that is that. And then over here continues on with the shelving. It's a great little system. I looked this system up through Adrian Steel. It's pretty pricey. It actually comes with this set, and it came with another row originally. The vehicle did not come with it, so I assume they took it out and probably put it on another van they had with the city, because the rail was on the floor, but the whole cabinet was gone, which works for me because I needed that side open to get to things. So this is all my HVAC equipment. Fits in here pretty tidy. All the stuff. That was amazing. That was my drill case, and it just perfectly slots right in there. So some of the stuff I got pretty lucky on how it fits in. But it's pretty good overall. The shifting, probably my biggest complaint is how this vehicle shifts. It's so lazy. I have a feeling by 100,000 miles I'm going to be rebuilding a transmission. So I'm going to look into possibly finding a tuner that can tune that transmission to shift harder, because it just, Ford and their lazy shifting. That's how these things burn up. It's ridiculous. Well, anyways, that's it. If you have any other questions about the vehicle as a trades vehicle, it's been real good. It handles like a car. Get a really good turning radius. Well, I say that from coming from this, so I think that would make sense. But anyways, it's working well. It's doing what it needs to do. Yeah, if you got any other questions, just hit me up in the comments. Thank you for watching.